right, we'll now move to the public input section of our meeting. It is important to note that we give the public three minutes for each person to speak, so we will be taking that into account. Are there any members of the public who want to speak? Sorry, your name?
Dwayne Duchard.
Dwayne Duchard. All right, so we have 3 minutes.
Go ahead. So I'm here on behalf of my mom and all the elderly people that can't be here or don't know about this meeting. But the new deck being put in front of ABC is very much an eyesore, let alone causing a havoc on parking. I actually have pictures of when I come in town that there was a construction truck parked out in front of that, working on the deck with no signage up or down. I come over here, the police officer went over and cleared it out. My mom came in town the other day, had to circle through town twice to find a parking spot. Came in town today, had to go around town once to find a parking spot. And if you guys really want to know the debate on this whole thing, I would suggest you guys go to ABC's Facebook page and actually read the comments on there. Pretty well every local person is not very happy with this. When we're saying that with the elderly people, there's 2 spots now in front of a very busy drugstore that is the only drugstore in Annapolis Royal. And the handicap parking spots for them are actually across the road, not in front of the drugstore. There's a lot of people that is not happy over this, and it's mainly the locals that are not happy over this. And I will stand in front of the drugstore or whatever it takes to start a petition to have that removed, because it does not do any profit to anybody in town unless you can prove me wrong, other than ABC. And the other thing is, I actually asked the town police on how many drinking and driving offenses they've charged in the last month, because considering that is a very busy drinking establishment, not everybody walks there. So he's also informed me that most people walk here because they park away from town. So that being a drinking establishment, you know, I was around years ago when there used to be a bar over in Fraser's. And I'll tell you what, you did not leave this town without having a designated driver. So, and there were lots of drinking and driving issues back then by Dale and Bert and the chief. So why all of a sudden there's no drinking and driving offenses charges? And I guess that wouldn't be considered drinking in public because it's a permit. I also found out that that's just a permit. So I mean, somebody's able to block a public sidewalk for like what, $1,000–$1,500 permit, and it affects everybody. But who else makes money off of that deck, that actual deck there? There's a drugstore beside it and a gym beside it. There's no stores or anything that or any sort of like down in Davie back years ago, Ricardo's, all them places.
Okay, that's your 3 minutes.
Oh, sorry.
No. Thank you very much for your input. It's sincerely appreciated.
Okay.
We don't typically respond at this point, so thank you. All right, any other public input? Okay, great. So we'll move on to new business then. The first topic being a request for decision regarding the heat pump and solar panel policy. We've got motions. Can I have one, please?
Sure. Councillor Sakowski, I move to recommend to council to rescind the heat pump and solar panel policy number 2022-07 dated July 2020 or July 2022.
Okay, we're rescinding.
Yes, thank you. Oh, sorry. I was like, yeah.
And then, sorry.
The July threw me off. And do you want me to do the second one or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So Councillor Sakowski also moves to recommend to council to approve the non-substantive change to Heritage Property Policy 2026-07 dated July 2026.
May I have a second?
Councillor McDonald will second both of those.
Okay, great. So I will throw the floor open for discussion. Sandy, do you want to give any background or anything?
So the background information, I think, first we talked about just changing the current heat pump policy to include the heritage
And then it seemed a little messy, so we decided to go to rescind one and make one brand new one. So the idea is to reduce the red tape if someone is applying to put up a sign on a heritage building only. So this would, because it's non-substantial, most of the signs are now just stickers on windows. They can peel them off when the business moves, and it doesn't really have an effect on the heritage property itself. So we're asking that this can be done at staff level instead of waiting the month to go to PHAC for the approvals, and it would be a quicker process for the new business owners.
Any comments on that topic?
Just,
Councillor McDonald?
just for my own edification, so we're rescinding the previous one, we're adding in the new one. The heat pump and solar panel would still be under this new one,
So then,
but it's just because
It's attached.
if it's not front facing, like they're not putting heat pumps at the front of the building, or they're not putting solar panel at the front wall of the building, then it's just goes through the regular, like just through the heritage person. But if they were to do something that was a heat pump on the front of the building or some other,
Then it goes to-
then it would go through.
PHAC.
Okay, thank you, I just wanted to make
So the
sure.
solar panels have no restrictions. The
Mhm.
heat pump has
Yeah.
the restriction,
Yeah.
so only if the heat pump is on the front of the building, then it needs to go through the whole process of PHAC.
Excellent, thank you.
Any comments, Councillor Sikowski? No. Councillor Myers?
No comment.
Okay, great, and Mayor Boye has joined us. So there being no discussion, shall we vote on the, all in favor?
I.
Aye.
Motion carried. So motion carried now. Okay, good. The next topic is request for decision on vacation pay, so may I have a motion on that, please?
Councillor MacDonald moves to recommend to council to approve the human resources procedure and policy number 2026-08 dated July 2026.
Councillor Sakowski, seconds that.
Okay, great, we're just laughing because there's only two people who can sitting in the room, so. Okay, Sandy, you want to?
Yes, so the only change to this policy is to add the section in where it says one additional day for each year to a maximum of 6 weeks will be added after 20 years completed. So during the current union dues or union negotiations with CUPE, we tried to get this removed and it did not work. So now we're asking for a level playing field for all staff. So for this to be added to the current policy for non-unionized members.
Right, and I'll just add that Mayor Boye has now joined us. So any comments, concerns on this issue?
No, I like the unit, Councillor MacDonald, I like the uniformity, I think that's wise.
All right, all in favor?
I,
I waited for you this time, Lynn.
Thank you.
Motion carried. Okay, the next topic is the town statement regarding ABRL. So if no motion, just proceed with that one, so.
So I'm gonna pass this over to Councillor McDonald to speak on. And there was a draft in your packet.
so basically the request was simply, it was asked of all the board members who are from all of the various municipalities to go back to their municipality and ask if, there was willingness to basically make a statement in support of ABRL, but in support of being part of ABRL and the work that is ongoing that has to be done to address the current situation. That's sort of why the language is such, you know, we respect the work of all the organizations involved in this complex situation, but committed to working with all relevant stakeholders. So it's more about a commitment to the ongoing support of the work. Recognizing that it's a difficult situation for a lot of people right now. A lot of communities are very challenged by this. Some of the communities have already issued a statement, and that's how it came up, was that other communities had already done something, and did the rest of us want to do something in a similar vein? And just to note that of the communities who had done it, some were communities that had already knew they were losing their libraries and another was not one that was losing its library. So it's kind of uniform that they thought, put it out there to everybody.
Counselor Sakowski, so where would we post the statement? Or where is it?
The suggestion, I mean, there's no kind of major requirement. The suggestion was kind of usual formats that you would do that. So, like on Facebook, arguably, I'd suggest it be a little shorter or be a graphic with the longer piece just as the copy. Or could go out in like the newsletter or something like that, or on the website or something in that sort of thing. It's not, doesn't need to be published like in the Bridgetown Reader or anything like that. But those were the suggestions, was kind of your social media channels and your website, that sort of thing.
So it wouldn't be sent as a letter?
It could be, it absolutely could be as well. Yeah.
Counselor Myers, do you have any comment on this topic?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I don't see anything factually wrong with the letter. I'm just thinking about the temperature of the public right now about the libraries. And I think that trying to either defend or take a side probably could be seen as being a bit tone deaf. I think what I would like to see is something more future oriented, to speak about the responsibility of the province a little more strongly, even though we know that isn't going to happen. I think that we need to thank the people that have been out protesting in front of libraries, and writing letters to their MLAs and encouraging them to continue to do so.
Thank you. Anything that you'd like to say, Mayor Boyd?
Nothing to add to that because we were at a meeting yesterday, so, coming out of the meeting, we talked about sending a different letter entirely.
Huh.
So not all council have seen that, but I'll make sure it goes to the rest of you. We dealt with it, just Sandy and, Councillor McDonald, the CAO and I yesterday, and agreed on a draft and we'll send it to you.
Okay.
And Councillor McDonald here, I just want to note, for Councillor Myers, the draft, absolutely just a draft. It was just putting some things together that would cover the general idea. We could massage that into whatever was suitable for all of council to felt comfortable with. So no problem on that front, just based on whatever, and the rest would be willing to support.
Thank you, Councillor McDonald. That sounds good.
I think that Evans is spelled wrong in the letter. It says even.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I wasn't 100% sure, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's an
great.
AM.
Yeah, I guess, my only concern around it is, how is AVRL also thinking to the future and to, making sure that we are fiscally responsible. That's all. But I do think it's good that we're doing it at this point too, because I did see they had put out a post today saying that they want people to, not reinitiate, but keep up the pressure, and so it's a good time maybe for us to admit something.
Just to your question there, about the fiscal responsibility, they have, and this was part of the meeting that we were at yesterday, and has been part of the information, but maybe not a big part of it, is that there has been a budget work done for the next 3 years. And so only the first year of the 3 years still has a deficit, and then the remaining 2 years have a zero deficit budget, because that was part of we cannot spend outside of what we are actually getting in funding that's secure. So there is a lot of focus going into that kind of future, making it more stable, more sustainable.
It's good to hear. All right, anything else on that topic?
So are we redrafting the letter and sending it out via email?
Yeah, I think that would make sense, so everybody.
And there, I would say maybe they're, based on what we've seen today, which the rest of you will need to see. There might be two things, which is,
That was a confidential meeting.
yeah,
Right,
so
but that was not
exactly,
public knowledge.
yeah,
So I think this letter needs to be separate
yeah. That's,
from what we had confidentially received yesterday.
yeah, that's what I was saying, two different things, yeah.
All right, are we ready to move on then?
So I'd just like the minutes to state then that council would like to have
Develop a state.
develop a statement and put on the social media and website.
Yes,
Right.
thank you.
Right, the next topic is the Board of Adaptive Reuse Report. You wanna kick anything off, Sandy, or?
So we did receive our report, and it was included in the package for the public to view. Just looking for next steps. What now that we have a report of options, are we moving forward with a public meeting or like just, yeah, looking for some thoughts and direction?
Council. Sikowski, any thoughts?
Um,
Sorry, Counselor Sikowski, any thoughts? Could be louder.
So I'm wondering if this would be best sort of tackled at our strategic planning, just to talk about sort of what our next steps are gonna be specifically with the report and knowing sort of in our planning for the next sort of fiscal year. And I'm sure part of that will incorporate a community consultation, but you know, when and how. I guess.
Develop a more structured plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Mayor Boyd?
I think that sounds fine to me, but I think the search for money is already started. You know, we're already piling up like what we're going to apply for.
Yeah.
So if that's okay with everybody else, we'll just forge ahead with finding where the money's gonna come from.
That makes sense.
Okay, in the background.
Counselor McDonald?
Yeah, I tend to agree with Councillor Sadkowski as well. I think the right place is in our strategic plan to start. Definitely as part of that process, identifying, I guess I look at it as kind of the sooner rather than later, knowing that August was out of the question, but the sooner rather than later approach to allowing the community to start participating in the discussion. I just wanted to note, that in the document, there is notation made that all of the prices are at plus at least 30%, and some are plus 30% plus an unknown that might be dealing with contamination or dealing with remediation. So I have, for myself, I crunched the numbers if anybody wants them or is interested in what the actual total amounts end up for each of them. Because I thought I needed to wrap my own head around that to make sure I understood what that translated into, because in some places it doesn't feel like such a big jump, but in other places it feels like a really big jump. So somehow I would hope that we can incorporate that kind of information into the public discussion, as well as as Mayor Boyer mentioned, that the funding sources are already kind of being looked at and looked for, but also tax rate implications, including of the surprisingly large cost for doing nothing, which I think we were all a bit surprised by just how big, sorry, nobody can see my hands, just how big that actually is. So that's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
So you have the numbers there?
I have them right here.
So we could just, maybe you could just say the range for the public.
Sure.
The removal was $1 million.
Yeah, so there's, it ranges from 6 points: abandonment, removal, partial demolition seawall, rehabilitation, re-encapsulation, rehabilitation with living shore, and what was described as unique event. Abandonment has a total potential cost of 6.5 million. That's largely based on fines and remediation. And sorry, that wasn't the lowest one, but I just wanted to note the abandonment because it's the weird outlier. So the lowest was 2.86 million, and the highest was 7.28 million. And both of those would also potentially have unknowns if there was any contamination discovered or if the tie rods needed to be repaired or replaced.
Right, Counselor Myers?
Yeah, I think, there are a few of these plans that are not viable that we should eliminate in our strategic planning meeting. We can look at the ones that are actually viable to present to the public.
I agree.
I think it's worth at least noting what everything was, because I think it helps people to see that we looked at a range of options and that a range of options were considered, and some of them are a wonderful pie in the sky, but probably not very doable.
Not
You
realistic.
know, we should, yeah, and we should, that it's nice to have the range of numbers, we should vet all of that, and we'll, in my opinion, we need to do something very formal and very clear for the public out there.
I agree.
All right, anything else on this topic then? So we'll agree to work it into the strategic plan. I think we're all agree that we want to bring in another set of public consultation as soon as possible because things have moved on since the last one. And yeah, it's one of our priorities. Mayor Boyd.
Yeah, just one point, in 2024, the public did see a range of options for the wharf at that time.
Yeah.
So that part won't be a surprise. It was a big price tag then, just bigger now.
Yeah, like everything. All right, so shall we move on then to moving the July council meeting to July 22nd?
So technically, the meeting should be July 15th, which is the third Wednesday of the month. Which is a tight turnaround for staff. We can do it, but just looking to see if July 22nd works.
I'll just note that I'm away. Was hoping for a clean track record of attending all the meetings, but I'm out of the province on the 22nd.
Could you zoom in, Adele?
There's a 3-hour time difference and I have no idea how my internet's gonna be there, so
Okay,
I couldn't commit to that, yeah.
I'm fine with it.
I'm also fine with that. 22nd. Yeah, I should be fine. Yep. Okay, so
It just makes it easier for us, because if not, we have to.
Oh
get the
yeah,
agenda
don't
package
not
out.
do it on my account.
We'd have to get the agenda package out Friday. This week, yeah.
I
I think it makes sense to give the longer lead.
Yeah, people were not happy the last time we had it only 1 week apart because there wasn't time to contribute the way they wanted to. So I think we should try and avoid that whenever possible. So first.
Right, so it's agreed that we will move the July council meeting to July 22nd. The next topic is appointment of the traffic authority. Sandy?
No, we just need the motion, because
Oh,
the police
sorry.
chief is,
Right, the traffic.
has been appointed, so I need
It's
to.
obvious, okay, can I have a motion, please?
Certainly. Counselor Sikorsky, I move to recommend to council to appoint Chief Elizabeth Liz Montgomery as traffic authority for the town of Annapolis Royal for the term ending December 31st, 2026.
I have a seconder, thank you, all in favor? Aye.
I,
Unanimously carried. Then the last topic in new business is Vodar has requested a letter of support.
Yes.
Just to give the background that the province has rescinded all funding for them, so that's why they're asking for help.
Is that 50,000 over 2 years?
Yes, it's actually Arts Nova Scotia that has rescinded their funding, and FODAR wanted that noted particularly. Because while they are acknowledging that while the province removed 30% of the funding across the board for that arts and culture segment, Arts Nova Scotia has chosen to remove 100% of FODAR's funding. So Randy Glenn has provided a number of points that they would like if we are willing to write a letter of support. I won't read all through them, but just I'll give you a couple of the things so that people have something to discuss. They wanted to note the value of the festival to both the town and the wider community. The degree to which the local audience engagement has been widespread, deep and thorough. The economic impact, they estimate that they have brought in close to $1 million in new arts dollars spent locally over 11 years. And that does not include the money spent there by the people traveling to Annapolis to attend the festival. And I believe it doesn't include the people participating in the festival, which is usually a very large group of people as well. There's a few other points, and I can pass that along to staff if we decide that we want to write a letter of support. I raised the question and asked for it to be included on the agenda because I have seen the impact of how meaningful that festival has been over the years for the community and for the people that have been involved with it. And so I do see it as having tremendous value, and it will be an negative impact for our community to lose it. They will go forward this year. They've been very responsible with their financing or their finances. And so they are able to cover this year even with the loss of that funding, but it's unlikely that they could go forward next year in the face of that because it's such a dramatic loss.
And the loss is 25,000 this current fiscal year, correct?
Correct, 25,000 this year and 25,000 next year. And so we can reach out to Randy Flynn if you'd like more detail about the how or the why of it, but I can provide the points that he suggested to include in the letter as well.
Right, anybody else?
This will be no different than the letter we wrote June 10th, 2025, where, again, Randy dictated and we sent the letter.
Counselor Stokowski. Counselor Myers, any comment?
I'm fully in support of a letter to support FODAR. This is hugely disappointing.
Yeah. Great, so we're next, moving on to unfinished business. So the next topic is the council engagement session update and next steps.
I mean, we're not, August, I think, is obviously out of the question. I would almost recommend October myself, only because we potentially want to bring the wharf as a topic. It's gonna take a few meetings for us to or our strategic plan.
I think, sorry, go ahead, I shouldn't be talking, go ahead, Councilman Donald.
I feel like I just keep agreeing with you, Councilor Stokowski, but yes, I agree with that. I actually think the benefit of saying October is the date that we'll do it also gives us a timeline to push ourselves against so that it doesn't get kicked too far down the road again. So I would fully support doing it in October.
I don't think we're kicking it down the road again.
Oh, sorry,
Yes.
poor choice of words.
We've
But
been
I
at it
just
since
poor choice of words, but I just meant like not dealing with it today in July or August, but that we should put it on the schedule for October.
Good.
Councilor Myers, anything to say on the topic?
October works better for me also.
Right. And me too. Okay, so we'll agree to hold the next council engagement session in October, that the work will be a major topic in the strategic plan. Right.
Why don't just pick a date so that we can get something booked on Monday?
It's a good idea. Calendar,
The 12th is Thanksgiving, so that's out.
19th, anybody?
19 is the best one so far for me.
Yep, that's fine by me.
19th or the 26th.
When does 19th or 26th?
The 19th or 26th works for me.
26 might work better because it will be after our council session in case we wanna.
Yeah, that's
I might need that extra week.
exactly.
So agreed that we will have all the next council engagement session on October 26th.
Will it be the same 4:30 to 6:30?
At the Legion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Topic being complete, we will move on to reevaluate committee of the whole meeting date and time.
So this is on the agenda because we have done the trial period for the Tuesdays at 5 o'clock. We did it for the 6 months, and so just looking to see if you're happy with it, if we wanna change it, go back to the Wednesdays, keep it at the Tuesdays, how's it going?
Tuesday works fine for me. I think the only challenge is those couple months where we've had the Tuesday has sort of fallen. The first Tuesday has fallen sort of in the second week and it's put them tight, but so I think as long as we're willing to potentially bump a council meeting for staff, the date and time is working fine for me.
The only day that doesn't work for me is in July, because July and August I have to be in the pool till July. And there isn't another
We try to
instructor,
keep you out of the pool in January.
but I crawled out of it, yeah.
Okay, so we'll continue as is. We can reassess after the governor needed, right?
Yep.
Good, all right, so correspondence, see any? All right, so we're now ready to move in camera under section 22(2) of the Municipal Government Governance Act. Can I have a motion to take us in and take us out? Mayor Boye is moving, so seconder, please. There's Mayor Zakowski is second. Oh,
Mayor.
did you hear that?
He got a promotion.
The mayor said- Oh, goodness. To the point. Good, all in favor? All right, and the second people will take us out. Okay, thank you very much.
That's a nice payback too.
That's cute.
Andy, I have forwarded you the 4 photos.
I gotta look and remind you, had to add a line too, so.
Do you think they'll come back to open session